Hello YouTube, I'm Custom Droid HQ and I'm here to bring you a video on what's on my Android phone 2016. Before I get into things, I just want to mention the layout of this video. I'm going to mention my accessories that I use on my daily driver, which is a Samsung Galaxy S7 on the carrier AT&T. Following that, I'll mention my launchers. Following that, I will mention 5 apps that I use the most, and to conclude this video, I will mention the 5 games that I play. Or actually, yeah, 5 games. But with that said, I think I should get into this. First thing being, first accessory of course, is the Spigen Liquid Crystal Case. I picked this up off of Amazon for about $11. It's just a clear coating case that you could throw over your phone that, it prevents it from minor drops and scratches and whatnot. And it's just kind of for looks for the most part. Following that, I have a Pelican Protector Case in gray. It's for people that are really on the go and, they might drop their phone every once in a while. So it kind of protects it and it does what it says it's going to do. It meets military specifications, so check that out if you're somebody that drops your phone a lot. Following that, I have a Samsung 32 gigabyte micro SD card that supports 4K video shooting, so check that out. I got this from Best Buy for about $20 on sale, but it's also on Amazon for the same price, so I'll leave a link in the description for that and everything else that I mentioned in this video. Following that, I have a Zag Invisible Shield glass screen protector, and it's just a screen protector made out of glass, and it does its job pretty well, and it holds up a lot longer than standard screen protectors, but that's pretty much it. For my launchers, I have the Google Now launcher here, as you guys can see, and the second one being a launcher called Action Launcher 3. I use the Google Now launcher as my primary launcher because it's how Google intended Android to be in the first place. So I really hold on to that, and I feel like I'm a Android purist, and I just really like everything that Google does with Android. So I try to mimic that on my Galaxy S7 here, and because this runs TouchWiz, this is the closest thing I'm getting to stock Android. I also use it because it incorporates Google Now, and it's a really neat feature that I find myself using pretty much every day. Following that, I have Action Launcher 3, like I mentioned before, and Action Launcher 3 is a launcher that's really similar to the Google Now launcher, and it just allows for more customization. And I use that on some other devices that I have, but on my daily driver I tend to use the Google Now launcher because it's something that I'm going to be using every day. Let's get into some of the apps that that I use most often, and I'm going to mention 5 of them. The first one being Drippler. I'm going to be pretty quick with these guys, just to save some time on this video. But Drippler, it's pretty much just an application that gives you useful tips and tricks relevant to your phone. So say you have a Samsung Galaxy Note 5 on Sprint, let's just say that. It'll give you anything relevant towards that phone. So before, or actually after you download the application, and it'll analyze your device and just pretty much go from there. But it's really neat. I do recommend checking it out. It is free, and guys, only 2 applications in this video that I'll be mentioning are paid for, and it's not too much, but it's still paid for, so I figured I'd mention that ahead of time. Following Drippler, we have Feedly, and Feedly is just a quick and instant news application with a really nice layout, and it's very minimal as well. And it has full articles, but for the most part, it'll give you previews of articles if the article is somewhat long, and it'll take you to that website, which is really neat. And I usually use this to look at new tech stuff and whatnot, and I'll save it to Pocket or Instapaper, which is the application that's coming up next on this list that I am mentioning right now. And Instapaper is right here. Instapaper is just an application that allows you to store articles and web pages for offline use, and this is probably one of my most used applications. At the moment, it's a substitute for Pocket, and Pocket does the same thing. It just looks a lot cleaner, and it's also minimal, but I prefer Pocket because of cross-platform compatibility. I don't think Instapaper has that. I kind of looked into it, and I haven't seen anything involving cross-platform compatibility, so I'm stuck with Instapaper. But it does the same thing. I just have it on my phone, though, so I can't check it out on my tablet and whatnot. But yeah, it also allows you to store things for offline use, and I find that very, very helpful. So that's something I end up using every day. Next, we have Google Keep, and Google Keep is my note-taking application of choice. Google Keep is very, very minimal. It's Google. It's material design. The layout's very clean and crispy, and I love the way it looks. It actually allows for some customization when you write up new notes, which is really cool. I haven't really used that too much, but I have at the same time. It's weird. Don't let me get into that. But yeah, the reason why I use it the most is because cross-platform compatibility is something that I really stress when using certain applications. If I can reach it on every device, it's more useful to me than something that can only be used on one device. So I look for that in certain applications, and this note-taking application is very helpful. Following that, I have Mobdro, and Mobdro is just an application that allows you to stream free live TV and movies. And if you haven't heard of Mobdro before, it's because Mobdro isn't on the Google Play Store. It's actually a third-party application, and I will leave a link in the description for that. I'm actually not going to turn anything on here, but like I said before, it's just an application that allows you to stream free live TV. And you actually it's compatible with Chromecast and smart TVs, so you can cast it to a larger screen if you want to watch it there. And I have experimented with that. It's pretty clean and crispy. Sometimes the quality can be less than stellar, but most of the time it's very visible and clean and crispy, so I do recommend checking that out. I'll leave a link in the description for that. Those are the applications that I find myself using every day, and probably my most useful. But after that, I'm going to get into some games, and I'm not going to click on the games, save some time. But the first one being Alto, as you can see here. Alto is a snowboarding game that really stresses material design. It's addicting, it's fun, and you're constantly trying to beat your high score, so check that out. It is free on the Google Play Store. Following that, we have Angry Birds, and I feel like I shouldn't have to explain that. If you don't know what Angry Birds is, I don't know where you've been for the past 6 or 7 years. Following that, we have Badland, and Badland is about a creature that has to avoid small misadventures through an environment that is pretty much trying to kill that small creature. You have to escape different obstacles and get around things without dying and avoiding death and whatnot. So it's really interesting, it's fun, it has a lot of levels, and it's addicting. I find myself playing Alto and Badland the most out of all these games I'm going to mention. Following that, I have Minecraft Pocket Edition, and most people know what Minecraft is, so I'm not going to get into that as well. But yeah, that's going to run you about $5.99, $6.99 on the Play Store. I do recommend getting it. It's not a bad investment, and it's a good time killer. And I believe Minecraft is doing something where you can play with different people on different systems and consoles by using one giant server, so that's really interesting. If you guys are interested in that, I'll try to make a video on that. But that's just a little news for you guys. And following that, I have NBA Jam. And NBA Jam is pretty much just every NBA team, you can play 2-on-2 with 2 players from that team, and it's just really unrealistic motions and just a lot of crazy things happening in that game, but it's interesting. I do recommend checking that out as well. I believe that's going to run you $4.99 in the Play Store. But that's it, guys. Pretty much all the applications that I use every day and some of my games that I play. With that said, I feel like I'm going to end the video here just to save some time. If you guys enjoyed, leave a like, a comment, subscribe please. I'm looking to push out new content. Thanks for staying through to this point in the video, and have a good day. With that said, I'll wrap up the video here. I'm Custom Druid HQ. Thank you guys for watching, and if you found this video helpful, be sure to check out some of my other videos. I'll be pushing out more content soon, so leave a like, be sure to comment down below, and subscribe for more Android hints, tips, and news.